for. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Gotta roll a pound up a gas. Switch the lanes in the grand.
Hey you guys, so as you can see, this is going to be a tutorial for the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette that releases this summer 2016. This palette is absolutely amazing. The colors are super pigmented and they're not chalky at all. And the palette smells like you just burst open a bag of peach Sour Patch. Like anything peach you can think of, it smells so good. There's like a wide range of colors, and I'm going to show you guys what the swatches look like on my skin. But let's get started with this tutorial. So I'm going to be using Too Faced Shadow Insurance as a primer for my eyes, just because I want the colors to come out extra pigmented. The swatches that I have on my hands are without any type of primer, so you can imagine what it looks like with the primer. So first I'm going to be using Puree, which is going to be my transition color. And it's kind of like a soft brown, and it's like a great transition color because I usually like using browns as a transition because it makes everything look smooth and nice and all of that stuff. So that's going to be the first color that I'm going to be using. The second color that I'm going to be using is called Summer Yum, and this is like a burnt reddish orange color, and I just like warming up the crease with like oranges and reds and any type of like orangey colors. I usually like to use that in like my outer crease because it just makes the look warm, and I love warm looks. Those are like my favorite looks. If you look at all my tutorials, they usually have orange or red in it. The next color that I'm going to be using on my lid is called Bellini, and this is like a rose gold shimmery color, and that's kind of like what really that's like one of my favorite colors of this palette, is this rose gold shimmery, because it's like a iridescent type of peach. It's just hard to describe until you guys actually see it, but it's like so pretty. And I usually like to spray, anytime I'm using any type of shimmery color, I usually like to spray Max Fix Plus before I apply it to my eyes, just so that it makes it stay and it allows it to pop a little bit more than without it. The next color that I'm going to be using is called Talk Dirty to Me. It's called Talk Dirty to Me, and I'm going to be using this on my outer V to kind of smoke out my outer V a little bit. I really don't want to like overdo the blackness and make this look like all my other looks, so I'm going to be like really light and gentle with how much of this black that I use. It's kind of like a shimmery black, so it has speckles of like pink and purple in it as well, and it's a really pretty color. Now I'm going to be using Nectar, which is like just a regular light matte beige color, and I'm going to be using that under my brows for my brow bone highlight. And this is kind of like a nice neutral color. If you're like of a lighter skin tone, you can use this also as like a lid color if you're doing a soft neutral look, and it will look really nice. Now it's time for eyeliner, and I'm going to be using my favorite eyeliner, which is Inglot number 77. It's just regular eyeliner, but for some reason like Inglot's liner is really black, and I just love it. And it's one of my favorite eyeliners that I tell a lot of people about. I recently discovered it, I would say a couple months ago, because before that I forgot what eyeliner I would use. But recently this has been bae. This eyeliner is bae, okay? And now I'm going to be using Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which I'm pretty sure you guys have seen in every single one of my makeup tutorials, and I really have a couple up already from like over the years since I started my channel. So yeah, you've always seen this mascara. Now I'm going to be using my go-to foundation, which is a drugstore foundation, and it's the Maybelline FitMe foundation in the color Coconut. This is I went through hell to find any type of foundation that actually matched my skin tone, because a lot would be too light or too dark, or like, I don't know, I just have like a weird complexion when it comes to matching with foundations. But this one, even though it is a little bit darker than me, it really fits and it works until I can find something a little bit better. But it's affordable, and that's all that matters, so definitely get your hands on this if you guys haven't yet or tried it out. And if you have, let me know how you like it, because I love it. Now it's time for highlighting and contour, and I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. When using this, I usually mix the first and the third colors, which are called Nude and Cinnamon, I believe. I just like the way they look together in opposed to separate. So I usually mix both of them and use that to highlight under my eye and down the bridge of my nose and in the little middle of my forehead. And then I'm going to spray my beauty blender with some water. And then I'm going to just dab, 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 dab. Dab, dab, and blend all the concealer into my skin. And then after this, I'm going to set the concealer with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, which is also Bay. And before I do that, I'm going to be contouring like my nose a little bit with the first brown of the deep Anastasia kit, which is called Chocolate. I believe it's the very first brown right under Nude. So that's what I usually use to contour my nose. So now it's time to bake, as a lot of people would say, but I just say setting my concealer with the Sacha, and I'm going to be just using a regular sponge, and I'm going to dab under my eyes and down the bridge of my nose, and I'm going to set a contour line for my cheeks. And when I do that, I just usually take the sharp edge of the sponge, the makeup sponge, and I just do like a straight line on each side of my cheek, as you see I'm doing there, just so I don't have to unnecessarily contour like with browns or anything. I just usually use Raizin to kind of like contour and do my blush all at once, so it's not too much of a harsh makeup look. I don't like harsh makeup, so I usually try to avoid that. So then I just use this brush, and as you can see, I'm in the zone singing and listening to music and stuff, but I just use this brush, this tapered brush, and I just blush, blah, 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 I brush like blend away all of the setting powder. And this is my favorite part of this, which is the lashes, the 615 Salon Perfect lashes. I will have to probably make a story time about that, about how I got them, because those have been sold out for like the longest, and I finally got my hands on them, and I had to stock up on them because they are just amazing. These lashes are everything. So I'm just spraying my face with some Fix Plus, and then now it's time for the Glow Guards to come and start the highlight process. So now I'm going to be using So Hollywood, which is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm going to be using this Real Techniques brush, which has been amazing when it comes to using this for highlight. I really, really love this brush. It's super soft and it gets the job done, and it's super affordable as well. So I'm going to be sure to leave all this down below. And I'm also going to be using Becca's Champagne Pop. And that's, I just always have to use both of those because they just look amazing together. And so now for the lips, I'm going to be using NYX Butter Gloss in the color Cinnamon, I believe. If that's not the right name, I'm going to definitely leave the right names down below. And now I'm going to be using Too Faced Melted Chocolate. One of their, like, I have all of these and they look amazing. And now I'm going to be using Anastasia's lip. I'm gonna name all the colors down below because I really can't remember them right now, but I'm definitely gonna leave the names and everything down below. But I hope this was an easy tutorial, and I hope it was a great tutorial for you guys, because I love this look. It's soft neutral. It's like a rose gold ombre, beginner's neutral, gorgeous look, and this palette is amazing. Like, you guys really have to get it. So now I'm gonna insert a picture of the swatches from the palette. All of the colors are in order, and this is just them on my arm without any primer. Let me know what you guys like think about it so far. Like, I really want to hear your thoughts on it. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. And I just wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for allowing me to hit almost 15,000. I'm probably like about 60 or 70 away, but that's technically the same thing. So thank you guys so much in advance, and I love y'all. See you guys again in my next video. Bye.
And I'm using the band remover to take off the bands in the back. And we just go at the